All day for this one. Super Bowl week underway in Arizona. While the Chiefs and the Eagles, they're getting ready for the big showdown on Sunday. The fans getting ready for their Super Bowl spreads. I'm working on mine right now.
I'm already eating. Americans will consume more than 300 million gallons of beer on Super Bowl Sunday. They will eat 28 million pounds of chips. And get this, a little over 1.4 billion, yes, I said billion, chicken wings.
Yeah, chicken wings and plenty. You can't get eggs anywhere, but the chicken wings, there you can get those. All right, so this morning we are joined by one of cookbook and author and foodie Jason Goldstein, who is adding a New York twist to popular Super Bowl spreads. Jason, I love your Instagram. I've been following you. The other day I saw all your different foods. People should check you out. What's the Instagram, by the way?
Chop Happy.
Chop Happy. Very, very good. Excited to have you here because everybody's starting to do their shopping.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing as the big staple?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. I'm super
to have
grateful.
you. Yes.
So when you're going to shop for Super Bowl, you want to think of two things. You want to do some store-bought and some homemade. So store-bought things that you can keep on your counter for about a week so that you're not rushing to the supermarket, like chips and nuts and pretzels. And homemade, just think of something you can make one big bulk thing that could sit on the table and people can just pick up so you can watch the Super Bowl while you host.
Yeah, but you did bring some things that require a little bit of prep.
Yes, yes.
So let's start.
Okay.
Where should we begin?
All right, so right over here, we have the pigs in the blanket. You can make pigs in the blanket arts by making it into a football.
Right.
And
So great.
Cool, right? And a fun tip is you just can make it in a sheet pan, and before you bake it the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So just leave it on a sheet pan just like that, and the next
Overnight.
day, just put it 30 minutes before people come into the oven.
Okay, so here's my question. Because you got them to be like really, really small. So are these like actual little ones that you cut?
Oh, that's perfect. So instead of having to like measure out the puff pastry and the hot dogs, whenever you make pigs in blankets at the home, you're just going to take a hot dog, a full-size one, and wrap it up with puff pastry and just cut it yourself so it saves time to make pigs in the blanket. And you can make art.
Love that
I'm
hat.
taking my little miniature knife to cut the small ones. All right. Very good. So and football, this is what caught my attention as soon as I walked in because I saw it was wrapped in prosciutto. What's happening right here, this football?
All right, so you can throw this. This is actually food. This is, I take a challah because it's almost the same shape as a football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut it in half, tomato and mozzarella and pesto, and then you wrap it in prosciutto with cheese as the strings.
That's amazing.
And if you want to make this vegetarian, you can just use food coloring and some cream cheese on the top instead of the prosciutto.
Oh, that's not at my house. That one's at my house, the vegetarian one somewhere else.
Cool.
You can't go wrong with sliders.
Yeah, so this is what we were talking about before about making one big thing for people so you're not hosting and watching the game. So you actually can make a sheet pan slider. You actually take bacon and grind it up, and then you put it and smush it with the beef, and it goes in the oven, 400 degrees for like 15 minutes. That's it. Put your favorite cheese on it.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, people pick it up while they're watching the game.
Now you're talking about just regular old ground beef.
Yeah.
Mixed with some bacon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you could do that in the oven.
Yeah,
I'm thinking you got to grill it.
No, it gets at 400 degrees, top rack, it gets perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is such a great idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Is this queso?
And queso. So let's keep it easy. This is also pretty much make ahead. Everything's in the oven.
Yeah.
So you actually take cheese and store-bought salsa, mix it together into the casserole dish, and then instead of making a roux and that extra work, you're just going to use evaporated milk in the can. All it is real milk, and they just take out some of the water, and then some cornstarch, and that thickens it up and makes it nice and creamy, so it's easy to dip.
So what is the things that you're saying are not made? Right now you're making everything.
Yeah.
So what would you say would be store-bought?
So store-bought would be the chips and all that
gotcha.
stuff as well, too, yeah.
Cakes, cookies, and all that
Cookies,
thing.
yeah.
But this looks divine. And you're going to walk us through how to make it.
All right, so growing up, Mama Goldstein had birthday breakfasts, and I always wanted bagels and lox. So this is my ode to New York City. We need a 7-layer dip, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's crazy easy. You're going to start out with some hummus into it. And then this is roasted garlic hummus just to get that garlic bagel sort of flavor to it. And if you can't find roasted garlic hummus, just roast garlic in the oven and mush it into the hummus right there. And then you're going to get some tomatoes. You need a vegetable, right?
Yeah, of course.
So this counts.
You know, because you got to be healthy when it's a Super Bowl.
I saw some lettuce in the burger. I thought that was my
That
veggies.
counts
That would
too.
count? Okay.
And then, just like if you're making a sandwich or anything like that, the tomato kind of gets left out because it loses its flavor and doesn't become the star singer of the show.
Right.
So a little salt and pepper onto your tomatoes just makes it juicy and sweet.
Okay.
All right, so you ready for the next layer? The next layer is our schmear.
Yes.
Full New York
Schmear.
on this. So you're gonna take some scallion cream cheese, and I love to use whipped cream cheese
Yep.
because
Yes,
this
it's easier to
way,
spread.
yeah. And if you can't find scallion cream cheese, just use some lemon, scallion, salt, pepper in there as well.
Yep.
And then we are getting almost there, so we just smush that
Oh my
around.
God, that looks so good.
And then here comes the ode to Mama Goldstein.
here we go, the
Yeah,
lox.
Mama.
So,
Yes.
and then if you're a New Yorker, you know you have to have some bagels and lox.
Yes.
And
Oh my gosh, that looks so divine.
good, right? And a budget
Yes.
tip, just go to your bagel store, and when they're making and slicing the lox, they keep little bits that they don't think look as pretty,
Oh.
and it's half the price.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah. Also, like the online grocery stores also sell it just like
at
that.
that.
So if
That's
you Google,
fantastic.
yeah.
to know.
And then we're gonna do some
Capers,
capers
yeah,
on
capers,
there.
right? Mhm.
So almost a bagel.
Right.
And then finally, almost finally, second to last, is some sour cream. And this just adds that tang that you want from that
Little
vinegariness. Yes. And then for the capers, you can actually save the juice. Don't drain it into the sink.
Okay.
You can use it as a brine or into your salad dressings. And it just adds that extra brightness to a salad dressing, especially the heavy ones.
Now, do you bake this? Did you say?
Fine.
No, you don't
No,
bake
you
it at
just
all.
leave it.
And the weather report, it's going to rain everything bagel seasoning.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Just like that.
Oh, look
and
at
load
that.
that on like you won the game.
Yes.
And literally that's it. And then you just use some chips to dip.
Yes.
Okay,
And
which
it
I
is
will be doing
perfect.
right now.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, this is so
Cool,
good.
right?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really-
Right.
And then after you get the lox, you got the capers, you got the garlic, and then who are you making out with at the end of the night? Because
Yes. Well, if everyone eats it, it's okay.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good.
And then I always love to have the person who's losing team, you put in a little drawing thing, and you pick out a name of the person who voted for the losing person. They have to clean up. Yeah.
I like
Yes.
that.
He'll be sleeping, so he won't be cleaning up.
I'll be out cold.
Jason Goldstein, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I'm definitely doing this, and maybe the sandwich,
And that.
I'm doing
So
all
all
of it.
of it.
Doing all of it. Okay.
Great idea.
Perfect. You want to
Thank
come
you,
over?
thank you. Yeah, sure.
Follow Jason through his website, chophappy.com, for more yummy recipes. Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate it.